Hey kids, you like Dark Souls, right? Well, did you know that From Software actually had several famous franchises before creating that? Games like Armored Core, Echo Knight, and probably most relevant to this one, Kingsfield. In fact, I believe that Demon's Souls was originally supposed to be a Kingsfield game, but they decided to make it its own thing in case it flopped and kind of ruined its legacy. So, obviously that didn't turn out that way, but Lunacid is a game inspired by that old series. Doesn't quite play in the exact same way. It's got a lot more modern amenities, but certainly the style and everything is there. Also, I believe this is created by Akuma Kira, if I'm not mistaken. Also the creator of Spooky's House of Jump Scares and Lost in Vivo. So it might seem somewhat familiar in that way if you're familiar with those games. And lastly, this might have also been part of a PS1 Haunted Demo Disc or DreadX collection, but it has been expanded a bit and is now in early access, as it's, I guess, on its way to becoming content complete. But because I'm being forced to play it right now, I'm just going to be playing up until the point in which it ends, I guess. All right, file 1. Let's start it up.
Long ago, a great beast came from the sea and brought with it a poisonous fog that spread across the earth. Corrupting everything it reached, the poison fog slowly transformed the world and brought about a new age. Now, grounded by the poison sky and outnumbered by creatures, humankind became desperate and formed feudal kingdoms. Closed off from each other, they became paranoid and are on the brink of extinction. Those deemed undesirable, such as criminals or the ill, are cast out, banished into the depths of the Great Well, a pit of the diseased and undead. The Great Well is said to have but one door to the surface.
And there you go, tossed right into the Dark Souls 2 well. Also, it does have a unique cursor in this game, although I am playing it with a controller. Look at that. Look at it go. Okay. Alright. Input name. I guess we're just going to go with the standard Fancy Dan. Or maybe Fancy Danny this time, because as you can see from the avatars, you do get some different choices here. So, do that. Sounds good. So yeah, for beauty, we immediately got the sort of anime vampire. Got standard knight, which, I mean, you know, is pretty much tantamount to saying, I mean, if you're afraid of anime. Well, no judgment here or anything, but I mean, if you're like afraid of anime, you can just be a knight. It's just everybody is going to know you're afraid of anime. Then also a couple more, like, yeah, oh yeah, another standard knight. Oh, this guy, sure, all right. And you can also have your own image if you wanted to play as, I don't know, Twilight Sparkle, Benjamin Disraeli, or a ham sandwich. Whatever. Have fun with it. I think I'm going to choose you. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. A hidden figure from a faraway land cast into the well for their crimes, which seems to be the standard class for good reason, given the previous cutscene and everything. Begin with level adept at finding lost treasure. Which, is there any... Nothing really, I mean, it's just like, you know, you get level 5, everything's at 5, as you do. Got Knight, a valiant warrior, steadfast and determined, albeit lost without a king. Excel in combat and find glory in violence. Witch, cunning magic user with a penchant for the dark. They thrive with the waxing of the moon and feed off their own lunacy, which is apparently a mechanic in the game, although I don't really understand it too well myself. Vampire, which makes sense looking at some of the characters here. No, you. Bloodthirsty creature of the night, awakened by hunger. They are replenished by the shedding of blood, but weakened from fire. And 150 from fire, 200 from holy. I can see that. Undead, discarded corpse, unwanted by the world above. They're highly resistant and stubborn. Yep. Royal, child of noble birth, inexperienced but well-equipped. Otherwise, their lineage foretelling of importance, as you do. Cleric, a nurturing healer on the pilgrimage to help those who are lost in the Great Well. I mean, that's not what that previous cutscene showed. They put others first, for better or for worse. Shinobi, yeah. And then, of course, Forsaken. Ways the flesh notable for not... Oh, wait, I didn't even read this. Silent deadly shadows sent into the well to assassinate. They care not for the corpses left behind, only ahead. And Forsaken, a waste of flesh notable for nothing, less the dust it leaves behind. They have nothing to lose, driven only forward by self-loathing. Level 1, all standard sort of stats. HP is terrible, as you can see. Like, man. I could probably... I'll just go with Thief. That's kind of like the standard class, sure. And, you know, I'm obviously going to be anime. I'm not going to choose the Knight. I'm not a coward. I am a coward, but not in this particular case. In the hollow basin. So, first off, yeah, it's not tank controls like I think the original Kingsfield games were. No, you got like full control here. It's not nearly as stiff. And also bones all over the place. You can jump. That's right. Take that every game before what was it? A Sekiro specifically. But yeah, the very sort of classic type of look to everything, as I'm sure you can tell. Quick rings, got a game manual here, basic stuff. I can get some more aesthetics. Oof, that one's gonna really. Whoa, yeah, but all these are really gonna ruin the whole like video. Midnight is what it started at. No, don't mess with the FOV. Don't get me wrong, I would max that thing out if I was playing normally. But anyway, continuing on here. Oh, yeah, everything cast in the well can't really get out. It does not seem to be... Well, maybe it's just like, I don't know, bioluminescent moss or something. Whatever. And, yeah. But otherwise, yes, very... this guy's having a good time. Very Kingsfield. And Kingsfield is such an interesting sort of franchise. It is... one that, you know, very famous back in the day for being like the first 3D dungeon crawlery sort of game. But you know, if you're playing on consoles. If you're playing on PC, obviously that had been around for a few years. But yeah, it was pretty popular because of that alone. But at the same time, I always felt like people kind of looked at the game and was like, sort of a middling RPG franchise. And then the incredible, just ridiculous rise in popularity that FromSoft had through the Souls games was just so surprising. Just made that all that more surprising. That said, I don't know. I never really got too into those games, but I was familiar with them even before ending up playing Demon Souls. Read. Knowest of the fallen, take up your sword and fight. And I will, right now. I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it. So, I got replica sword, an expertly sculpted piece of stone made to resemble the steel longswords of the castle guard. Not an elegant weapon by any means, but better than nothing. Yeah, no surprise there. Got like guard, got damage, etc. and so on, so I'll just equip that one up right now. And we can get like the first look at what the character actually looks like. Now, it does seem as though I am playing as the severed hand that was chopped off in the cutscene. Now, I know that you can get like bows in this game and you use two hands, so you are definitely not playing as a severed hand, but there is definitely a chance that I might be playing as a severed hand. You see the character on the left there? That's just I don't know, the representation of the floating severed hand that I am playing as. I don't think that's the case, but I'm just saying that there might be a twist. Not yet, because this game is still in early access. But about that. Anyway, I mean, in the cutscene opening up the game, it did only show, after all, the hand twitching. Well, anyway, upper right corner. I mean, I guess it's sort of like, you know how like Minecraft has that thing where you gotta wait for a gauge to fill up? Well, instead of having, stamina or something, you just have, you gotta charge up the sword to get maximum damage and all that. I don't know if it necessarily works too much differently because imagine fighting enemies in a Souls game. But anyway, I'll deal with that later. Seek the slumbering creature of moonlight. They're the last existing door. Moonlight. Like I said, there is like an entire Lunacid system that exists here. So I do believe, you can break these for whatever it's worth. And I think I do actually get some stuff from it. I should probably end up doing that a few times just to make sure. Then, yeah, I could probably try to jump this. I don't think I'd be able to. And yes, I have tried dropping down there before. It does not work. Before you even ask, you die. You absolutely die. Okay. Just clearing out some of the foliage here, as it were. Man, there's like an entire leveling system and everything, so... Wow, that's some good sense of direction I have there, eh? Okay. It's a nice area. Obviously a lot more detailed than your actual PSX could muster. But you definitely see, if you've ever played Kingsfield, or if you've ever seen any sort of like images from Kingsfield, or the Echo Knight games for that matter, because I'm pretty sure they were based off the same engine. Very accurate to that. A lot less skeletons, though. For now. There you go. Works in the exact way. Summon snail. Okay. When I was playing this game before, I didn't get that. So the snail is a temporary familiar, prevalent in moist areas. These snails have grown larger from seeping moonlight. Although fairly useless in a fight, some magical practitioner thought of a use for them. Well, I mean, okay. Hey, get out of the way. Yeah, physics. Wouldn't get that in a PSX game. Actually, one of the things in Echo Knight was that you could move around furniture and stuff, and putting that in front of doors was kind of... I want to play Echo Knight eventually. That game's wacky. The old man just can't stop killing people. All right, L1. You can see it's got like a load time. I also have MP here too, but summons. There it is. Well. It might be able to do something eventually. But yes, by using my first spell, you can see underneath the magic bar in the upper right corner, suddenly... Oh. Go for it, my dude. Oh, actually, that was a little bit more effective than I was expecting it to be. That's a full moon marker. And pretty much, I guess that's like the lunacy system, and I don't know what it does. 2 cents, we're playing Binding of Isaac. I mean, in a cavern? Summoning slugs? It's not inaccurate to Binding of Isaac. Well, anyway, before I get absolutely destroyed. Maybe I should just let the snail deal with these things. It's more aggressive than the description for this kind of led me on to believe. Well, anyway, come on, Snailo. Oh, I think it's dead. Or something. I don't really know exactly how this works. Time to summon a new one. Get out of here. Come on. Yeah. Snails are pretty much the only like aggressive thing I'm going to be encountering for right now. So I guess anything that can kill them easily works well for me. Yep, we can start to see the... I don't know what the lunacy meter does. It's just... It is there, though. I mean, I guess if I was playing as a witch, that would be a little bit different, but, you know. Okay. Okay. Come on. Gotta get that milk snail down. Your milk, I guess. And it's dead. Okay, whatever. That's fine. As it is, it's just like, even with the stone sword, Hey! You just suddenly decide to start attacking... Oh, no, I guess it didn't die. What it did was it like went into the shell. It has like shell ability. And then I hit it or something, I'm betting. Got anything else you want to give me? Yeah, the rings are to get spells, so that is kind of an entire thing by itself. It's a nice place. It's a nice place. I like how it just will burn your eyeballs if I look directly up at the ceiling in that way. Good stuff, good stuff. Anyway, I also got like these things in here, which at least kind of like playing around before seem to be entirely non-aggressive. Hey, dude. How you doing? Feeling good? Yeah. As you do. Ooh, I'll take that. Yeah, thankfully, you know. Look at it. It's rotating. All right. Ghost light. What are we looking at? Not that. So, along with Summon Snail, now I have, summons a spectral orb of light that follows the caster for 45 seconds, useful for illuminating the depths of the well. 2 summons now. I really don't need both of them. I mean, obviously, what more could I possibly need having a snail at this point in time, I ask of you. I beg of you to tell me. And then, of course, because, you know, moon style, if you will. Mana vial. They have like quick items up here. It works in the exact way that you would expect it to. A silver vial of liquid that it looks blue. That fully recovers the drinker's magic ability, made from the cranial fluid of magic adept beasts during the birth of magic. Gross. But I mean, you know, I can kind of like switch to it. Then it's like you press up to use it. Then you might be like, well, that was a waste. Whatever. You think I'm gonna be relying on? I'm not a witch. I'm not here to rely entirely on magic. I could not care any less, frankly. Well, so. Still, this place is pretty easy to kind of... You know, being the PS1 graphics and everything, the PS1 style graphics, obviously a lot better than PS1. It is a little bit difficult to sometimes get a good bearing of where you're going to at the beginning here, especially. So, are you doing something? Nope. Just saying hi. Alright, anyway. What was I saying? Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to navigate sometimes. I don't have like a map here, which I think is also true to the original. I don't know if there's secret walls in here, by the way. It might be. Maybe. I'm not going to say it's impossible that there's not. I'm going to get lost, okay? That's what I'm saying. I'm going to get lost. Please don't get mad at me for going the same direction over and over, because that's probably going to happen. Oh, as you do. As you do. Nice place, nice place. Also very nice and open area, if I do say so myself, with a very mysterious glowing coffin around here. Flame spear. Nothing? Nothing at all. Alright. Oh, what are we looking at for flame spear? It fires a flaming javelin, a weapon form of pyromancy, yeah. Created by the witch Ashley, yeah. This is a good name. It's a good name. Anyway, let's see what it looks like. Here, Flower, your life ends in about 5 seconds. Yep. It works in the exact way that you think it would. Ah, excellent. Right over here. This is that door that I saw earlier, except now that I have an actual ability to, you know, open it up. There we are. Yeah. Oh, hello, thumbnail of this episode. Uh-huh. So it is. I like the Animal Crossing voice here. Of course. Now, I remember the first time I played this game, this character was called Etna after, I assume, the Disgaea series. Why are you suddenly called Demi? Did I have no idea. That was... Also, yeah, anime. Oh no. Anime. I mean, you should have seen that coming. Look at my character right now, after all. Okay. Crystal Shard. A fragile shard of crystal. By breaking it, the magic that's released surrounds the user and warps them back to Ring's dress. This is your hub. As I'm sure you would expect. Alright, put away the sword. I don't need that here. Yep. There's all the NPCs as you would expect here, as well as anime again. Oh, he's even making the 3 face. Okay. Banished into the Great Well during the Crusades. Sure. I mean, I'm just gonna talk to each one of the NPCs. You do kind of need to do that to proceed here. Oh my god. Crow. Cheryl the Crow, also it looked like a very Souls game sort of thing. And that line as well. But of course, this is not Dark Souls, this is Kingsfield, you understand. Similar, but different. I mean, it's made by the same people. It is, of course, it's like similar. Vanish your no trinket, please. Please. Alright, here we go. So, enchanted key. Bewitched key made from ocean bone. That's right, the ocean man died and we made this from his bones. Able to remove the old enchanted gates that were put in place after the crusade. That's the one I need, which is why it's so cheap. There we go. Yeah, and then also like better weapons. The ranged weapons, of course, and like actual healing, mana, everything like that. I don't know how useful antidotes are gonna be. As always, antidotes are always something that is extremely useful or completely useless. I guess I'll see eventually. Oh boy. But as of right now, it's kind of impossible to say. The moon! Take a look. It's the moon. The moon cried to us in our time of need. Well, that's crying in a certain way. Also pretty messed up, if I do say so myself. Whatever. Over here, I think this is, judging by like the forge thing, something to up by Roberto Hephaestus. Sure. To upgrade weapons, so weapon is not ready. Because one of the things weapons have is that they do have as you can see, weapon XP in the bottom right corner there. So I guess I'm gonna be leveling these things up over time or something. It's hard to say. Once again, I'll put away my disembodied hand as I'm going around and talking to Vivi from Final Fantasy IX. Look, it's Vivi from Final Fantasy IX, plus 1 eyeball. Oh, you're Etna. Okay. Maybe the game just kind of glitched or something earlier, and Demi's name just appeared as Etna instead. I have no idea. Okay. Sure, why not? Hello. So, yep, that's right. We got, like, crafting system. I mean, I can try to, but I ain't got nothing. I have no materials. Nothing's gonna be happening here, and I don't even have, like, any formulas or anything in accordance with the rules of harmony. But no, that's not happening right now. And there's also this guy here. Ah, yeah, look at him. Skeleton. Oh, yeah, they even got, like, the... Hey, look at that. It's like, take that from Soft. We actually have characters whose mouths move. Already beating them in that respect entirely. Thank you. So I guess Clive just gives you... I don't really know, but I think Clive just gives you the health potion if you got nothing. Skeletons, of course, being an extraordinarily common enemy all the way back in the old Kingsfield games. I mean, the original mimic chests just shot out a bunch of bones, which then formed into a skeleton right next to you. It was a little bit different than the way that it worked in the Dark Souls. Oh yes, health vial, let's take a look. A golden vial of blood that fully recovers the drinker's vitality, given to the knights during the subterranean crusades. These vials remain a precious relic of that time. And I mean, obviously, it's like, you know. No, this game... Well, this game obviously doesn't predate that, but the style of game this is trying to mimic, it predates, you know, the existence of Estus flasks. So, I'm not really going to be able to use that as well. Set this thing back up, and now the warp here. There's a good preview of all like new places, and this is probably the one that is yet to be added into the game, if I was going to make any sort of guess. Because like I said, this is still currently in an early access state. We don't have every part of the game here just yet, but I am going to be playing up until that point. Up until, you know, I get the message that says, hey, game's unfinished. get the little men at work sign sort of thing. And I'll be like, well, who can it be now? That's nothing. But I tried. Enchanted key. Throw that on there because I'm going to need it soon enough. If I remember playing this originally correctly. I only played through like the first couple areas here, so past that point it's kind of I don't know. Yeah, I already read this one. Yeah, Slumbering Moonlight, etc. And then get through here. I do believe I can remember. Yeah, there's like stuff here. Ashes, that's like one of the things that I can use to do alchemy, so in case I want to mix together 3 ashes to create super ashes, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. Oh, yeah, I also opened up that one area earlier, but whatever. It's fine. Yeah. I think this is where... yeah, look, there's a health potion right there. Temple of Silence or Hollow Basin. Already been in both of those places, so, you know. This is what I needed to get into the rest for. Specifically to do this. He's like even a eyeball keyhole. Oh God, it's terrible. But anyway, and that's why I needed to go find Demi and get into Wing's Rest there. All right, so making some progress, I think. Like I said, I actually don't know where I'm going past this point now. Torch though. See, this is why I didn't really want to equip up the Ghost Light before, because now what I can do is I can instead, do this. Does it work in the exact way that you think it does? It sure does. It's just like using it in Bloodborne, but also gives off a lot more light. Which again, lighting systems back in Kingsfield, no, no, not in that. Yeah. Look, obviously I'm going to use the sword if I'm going to be attacking much of anything. Or my snail. I guess I do have a snail after all, right? It seemed not ineffective. I mean, I'm sure it's probably going to be less effective in an area that isn't just full of snails, right? But still, it's, you know, more ominous. Very ominous. But, got through there without incident. Perfect. Great, now I can make 3 ashes. I don't know what that would even do, but I can do it. All right. Area 2. The fancy hooks, I guess? Well, that's more or less what it looks like, right? Oh, you can actually break these things. I don't know why I didn't think you could. Look, I'm not going to be very meticulous when it comes to, like, destroying stuff, of course. I'm just doing it right here because I don't know. Shouldn't really be that important, really. Oh, okay. I can destroy these things too if I hate being able to see. I don't. I actually quite enjoy it. I'm a big fan of eyeballs, if you will. Okay. Well. Yep, this might be a problem. You know what? I'm not going to immediately attack that guy because he's probably going to get up and try to kill me. And, yeah, let's kind of keep a head on a swivel. Oh. Not a fan of faces around here, I guess. Well, keep that in mind. Okay. Having a good time though, right? I think. You're not gonna come to life like I'm playing Omicron again, where I pick up a health item and I can literally see an enemy spawning behind me. The Zone 22 roofs. Truly an amazing example of video game design, if I do say so myself. All to get out the message that, of course, you know, there's a good time for a jump scare. All to get out the message that, you know, hey, wake up, sheeple. It's me, David Bowie, telling you to wake up. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, it's clipping right through the wall, 0 out of 10 game. Actually, that's, again, probably very accurate to the sort of game this is trying to mimic, of course. All right. Now here we're getting to the point where I'm starting to get confused and going around in bad areas and not doing it right. Still, it's been pretty, all things considered, fairly friendly area. I mean, aside from the spooky faceless guys. Ooh, lore. Soon we'll be free of the accursed well, for great Prophet Abdul has found a way out. While we are tethered here physically, our minds can be extricated with enlightenment. This is not also physically extricated, evidently, which is, I mean, you know, something. I don't know if necessarily that is giddy every single time. I haven't even encountered any sort of like boss or like big enemies yet, but it's just like, well, ritual dagger. What you got? I do believe this is better than my sword. A strange, wicked-looking instrument. Seems to not do much damage, as it was intended to make victims suffer by inflicting tiny, piercing wounds, which got infected from the poison coating the blade. Of course, not nearly as good for a guard and everything, and, you know, is specifically... damage is really not that much worse for being much faster, though. I guess let's keep the replica sword right now. Needless to say, it's like even a ritual dagger. No, okay. Even a ritual dagger is probably a bit more effective than a hunk of just stone formed into a sword. Huh? Cool. Well, anyway. Do that real quick. Very nice. Anything going on in here, by the way? Seems like it opened up quite a few doors, but I should go, you know, check out the other place there. Well, I'm waiting for all of the faceless guys to get up and start attacking me. I haven't done so yet. Yeah, there's a places where I'm gonna get attacked by like a bunch of monsters or a boss or something. Or this would be it. Hello. To hunger is to live. To consume is to die. What? Anyway, but you guys still have your mouths. I can see that here. Don't got much of anything else, but I mean, not the mouths. Yeah. Wait, is that supposed to be the worm from the opening cutscene? I don't think so. Definitely had a very different look to it. Okay. Lithomancy. What you got? Better than Summon Snail? A forbidden blood magic. Ooh, that gives life to the inanimate. Unable to comprehend existence, the objects only scream. Created by the mad wizard Abdul before his exile. It is unknown what purpose this spell has. Okay. Hey. Your life begins in about 5 seconds. Okay, what a useful spell. Anyway, at least my health is coming back, I guess. It is blood magic. I think I might stick with the snail instead. Just, you know. I think that might be slightly more effective. Yeah, I remember, because, yeah, that's how I remember that this was part of some sort of... Oh. Yep. Oh, jeez, and look at how much damage he took there. I think this is how I remember this was part of, like, some sort of, like, Dread X collection or something, because I definitely remembered that spell from this. Ah! Poisoned! Oh, no, I knew this was gonna happen. Well, let's see if I can at least take out this guy. Or maybe not even bother, considering, you know, it's not really been the most effective thing thus far. Hey, headshots doing more damage? No, I don't think so. This is not that sort of game. Okay, didn't say poison for too long, but... Oh, I think I got him on fire. Yeah, there we go, finally. It only took many, many hits. Alright, note to self, level up next time I possibly can. Aside from that, though, hey, I took him down. I remember that, like, basically the time that I ended the last time that I was playing this game, I just got one shot by these things. Because if they actually hit you with a physical attack, it's pretty devastating. Okay, well, I'm like full-on lunacy now, I guess. Ah, not again! I can't believe you did this to me a second time. Here we go. Okay, but really, it's like, I don't know if, once again, fighting enemies in a... Here, let's do this. Ooh. Oh, money. Yeah, I got a dime. Sure. All right, but the point is that I have no idea where I'm going right now, otherwise. So yeah, these things are a credible threat. And I think I do actually have to fight this guy, considering that it's like I don't really have too much in terms of choice to get through this hallway, especially knowing how much damage they deal. If I had like even slightly more health, I could probably do this a little bit more effectively. But you know, being on fire seems to be the way to go. No surprise, undead being weak to fire. I mean, I think they even said that in the character creation thing when I was making my anime. And my anime was made. I want to remind everybody that on the left, that's what I look like. And or maybe a disembodied hand. It's hard to say. Oh, lore. I'm jumping for joy because I forgot what the actual control is. It appears the brain was removed. Oh, actually, that is literally what happened. Huh, I was just saying that earlier. But the wounds were inflicted within the skull itself. Looks like the brain carved its own way out. Oh, okay. Wow. Jeez, this is, No, I still have no idea if there's illusionary walls here. Okay, so I might be fighting brains soon enough. That might be a problem. I mean, it might be. I honestly have no idea. I haven't played past this point. Fully expecting like the first boss or something to be coming up pretty soon. As it is, once again, I have absolutely no idea where I am right now. Okay, there's the fountain. I don't think I went over to the left from this point, or maybe that's where I came in. I don't know. Well, I've opened up all the portcullis, or whatever you would call them. All right, so that goes in here. Oh, geez, I hope I can actually find... Well, have I... Here's a question. Have I tried to go up onto the bridge there? Give me one... I'm going to edit here. Give me one moment to get up that bridge. And I'm back on the bridge, and there's a lot more mummies around here. So I'm just gonna go. You can already see that I'm down on potions and everything at this point in time. Compared to the first area, the save points are kind of getting a little bit more spread out, which is why... Question mark? What do you mean question mark? Oh, yeah, no. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, you know what? I'm even just going to use one right now. All right, so there are like secret things. Hollow basin, got it. Let me just get in there. Okay. Oh, geez, does that guy have a... Oh, no. Ah, just run. Oh, yeah, see, there's a melee hit. There's a melee hit that I just got hit with, and that's no good. All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna accept that one. Wow, that was close to say the least. Okay. Well. Oh man. Still got in here. Yep. Thank you. I will take that considering I used all of them right now. And I guess I'm just gonna have to figure out like, might take a little bit of like wandering around, maybe even leveling up like a bit next time, because I think I'm gonna end it here, and then we'll be back for maybe like the first boss or something in this game. I'm thinking right now. Who knows?